Have you ever wondered why Jesus, if he is God, prayed to God? It's a question that has puzzled many, and today we're going to dive into this paradoxical conundrum. This question is a gateway into the profound depths of Christian theology, a realm where paradox isn't merely endured, rather it is celebrated as a sign of the divine mystery. At the heart of this mystery is a concept known as the Trinity. It's a fundamental belief in Christianity that God exists in three persons: the Father, the Son, who is Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Now, it's important to note that Christians don't believe in three gods, but one God in three persons. These three persons are distinct, yet they are one. Imagine a triangle, if you will. A triangle has three corners, each distinct and separate from the other, yet they are all part of the same triangle. This metaphorical triangle represents the Trinity. Each corner signifies a person of the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They are distinct, yet they form a singular entity, God. Now let's bring Jesus back into the picture. As the Son, Jesus is a person of the Trinity. He is God, yet he is distinct from the Father and the Holy Spirit. This distinction is crucial in understanding why Jesus, though he is God, prayed to God. Think about it this way. If Jesus is distinct from the Father, it would make sense for him to communicate with the Father, wouldn't it? Well, that's exactly what prayer is. Communication with God. So when Jesus prayed, he was communicating with the Father, albeit in a divine, mysterious way that transcends our human understanding. That's quite a mind-bending concept, isn't it? But how does this relate to Jesus praying? Well, buckle up, because we're just getting started. The answer to this question takes us deeper into the mystery of the divine, into the dual nature of Jesus and the importance of prayer. So stay tuned as we continue to unravel this divine paradox. To understand why Jesus prayed, we need to grasp his dual nature. In the Christian faith, Jesus Christ is believed to be both fully God and fully man, a concept often referred to as the hypostatic union. This dual nature is a cornerstone of Christian theology, and it's pivotal to understanding Jesus' actions, including his prayers. As a man, Jesus experienced the full range of human emotions, needs, and struggles. He felt hunger, thirst, fatigue, and pain, just as we do. He faced temptation, yet he did not succumb to it. He lived a life of perfect obedience to God, offering us an example to follow. In his humanity, Jesus also demonstrated the importance of a relationship with God, and he showed us how to cultivate that relationship through prayer. When he prayed, he was not doing so as a performance or a ritual, but as a genuine expression of reliance on and communion with God. He prayed out of need, out of sorrow, out of joy, and out of love, showing us that in every circumstance we can turn to God in prayer. Yet Jesus is not only man, but also God. In his divinity, he is one with the Father and the Spirit, existing in perfect unity with them. So when Jesus prayed, he was not reaching out to a distant deity, but communicating within the Godhead. His prayers were not petitions from a lesser being to a greater one, but conversations within the Trinity, expressing unity, love, and purpose. This understanding of Jesus' dual nature helps us grasp the profound significance of his prayers. When Jesus prayed, it wasn't because he was less than God or separate from him. On the contrary, his prayers highlighted his oneness with the Father and the Spirit. They expressed his divine identity, even as they underscored his human experience. So, Jesus prayed as a man to show us the way, and as God to maintain communion with the Father and the Spirit. But why is prayer so important, even for God himself? Prayer, more than just a religious ritual or obligation, is a conduit for us to engage in a deeper, more meaningful relationship with God. It's an intimate dialogue, a quiet conversation, a heartfelt plea, or an expression of gratitude. Consider this: in any relationship, communication is key. It's how we express our thoughts, our feelings, and our desires. It's how we understand and are understood. It's how we connect on a deeper level. And so it is with our relationship with God. Prayer is our line of communication with the divine. It's how we express our joys, our sorrows, our hopes, and our fears. It's how we seek understanding and guidance. But prayer is more than just talking to God. It's also about listening. It's about quieting our minds and opening our hearts to perceive God's gentle whisper. It's about seeking his will and aligning ours with his. Prayer also fosters a sense of humility and dependence on God. It's an acknowledgement that we are not self-sufficient, that we need God's grace, guidance, and strength. It's a step towards surrendering our self-will and embracing God's will for us. Even Jesus, in his dual nature, prayed to the Father. His prayers were not just about asking for things, but about expressing his love, his trust, and his surrender to the Father's will. His prayers were a model of humility, dependence, and submission. This is why prayer is important. It's not just about asking for things. It's about expressing our love, our trust, and our surrender. It's about cultivating a relationship with God. It's about aligning our will with His and growing in our understanding of His love and His purposes for us. Prayer then is not just a duty, but a privilege and a joy. It's an opportunity to draw closer to God, to deepen our relationship with Him, and to grow in our faith and our love. It's a journey of discovery, of transformation, and of joy. Prayer then is not just a duty, but a privilege and a joy. So we've tackled quite a theological conundrum today. We've delved deep into the intriguing paradox of Jesus praying to God despite being God Himself. Our journey led us to the heart of Christian faith, the concept of the Trinity, where God exists as three persons but one being. We explored the dual nature of Jesus, both divine and human, and how this duality allowed him to connect with our human experiences, including prayer. We also highlighted the significance of prayer not merely as a formality, but as a profound way to build a relationship with the divine. And now it's over to you. Embark on your own exploration, delve into these concepts, engage with them, question them, and most importantly, experience them through prayer. Remember, faith is not a destination, it's a journey. Each question you ask, each prayer you make is a step forward on your spiritual path. Remember, faith is a journey, and every question you ask is a step forward. Keep seeking, keep praying, and keep growing.